Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we'll say hello to a few friends here as they get their notifications. And Andrea, number one today from Niagara Falls. Mike, how are you from Norland? Madeleine, right up at the top of the chart. And Kevin, you're getting back up there, buddy. Mary, Eric, what's up, Doc? Doris, Sandra from Morelia, good morning. And Shirley, and Wendy, good morning to you. Nick from our staff, Chantal, Ottawa, and Yolande, bonjour. Gary, Bolton, Lisa, and Micheline. And who is that up there? I can't see. Marilyn, Kelowna, Rosa. Good day from Montreal. Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Sherry, oh, I want to sing, Sherry. Jocelyn from Baxter, good morning. Yvonne, Petawawa. And Karen, Peterborough. And I missed it. Janet. Okay. Carol, Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. Carrie, Nebraska. Francis from Vaughan. Donna. And hold on there. I see it going in there. I got to get Fran. Let me just see if I get this out of the way. I might see Cecilia. John. John says I couldn't see him again. Sandy, Washington State. Annette. And Mary, how are you from New Brunswick? Rita. And Marianne, London, Ontario. Anne, good morning, Moncton. And Mary. And Bonnie, nice to have you on. Jocelyn is saying good morning to Wendy and Rosa. Annette, Annalisa, North Bay. And Sue, how are you? Manitoulin Island. Kitty, how are you from Kelowna? Diane, Jackson's Point. Maureen, Penticton, British Columbia. Carol, good morning. Beverly, New Brunswick. Carol, Moncton. Kerry, Hamilton. And Nina, Donna, Belle Valley. Sylvie, bonjour. Sault Ste. Marie. Sue, Bolton. Kevin says we are backwards. Oh, you know what? I didn't flip it. Okay, let me just see if I can do it. It might be too late. Ha! That's my fault, guys. Okay, that's my fault. Oh, let me just see if I can do this here. I did it. Hey guys, senior citizen here. Got it? Now we got it straight. Okay. I'm glad I could adjust that. And Kevin, thanks for telling me. I didn't even know I was upside down. Okay. Now, guys, what I promised today is that we would talk about the pH of your urine. Okay? Of your urine. And what it means. So let's do that today. A little recap. I think it's worth it. Okay? It's worth it to do a little recap. And I'm going to bring you back to the chart yesterday. And just to do a little recap, because we're talking about pH. Let's put this over here. Okay? Now, what did we talk about? There's 3 pHs that you can measure in the body. Okay? And And I mean, you can measure your saliva too, but it don't mean nothing. So I don't want you to worry about that, okay? Because it doesn't mean anything. You can do a saliva pH. What does it mean? Nothing. It don't mean nothing, okay? And what pHs do mean something is your blood pH, okay? Your stomach pH, and your urine pH, okay? So those are the three pHs that you measure. What did we talk about yesterday is that the blood, it's tightly regulated, okay? So you can pretty well do anything you want, and you're not going to change that blood pH because it's very tightly regulated. And when you ever get, let's say you got an acidic blood pH, okay? Well, you don't have to worry about it because if your blood has become acidic, you're dying. You're probably already in a coma. So, like people, let's eat an alkaline diet because an acidic diet it's just conducive to cancer. Well, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? An acidic diet, because they want to blame meat, because meat is slightly acidic. Okay? They want to blame it, and they think, well, if you eat an alkaline, that's the fruit and vegetable people, right? They tell you, well, eat an alkaline diet because cancer can't grow in an alkaline environment. That is nonsense. Your pH, the only way you're going to become acidic in your blood is if you have ketoacidosis or you're starving to death and your body starts eating away at its own muscle. You're dying. That's how you change the pH of your blood. Otherwise, and doctors, look, that's something they measure in the hospital. They're checking your pH of your blood when you're very, very sick. If, for example, if you get sepsis, your kidneys shut down, and your pH of your blood tells them that. And they know you're in deep doo-doo, okay? Has nothing to do with the diet. Number 2, we spent most of the day yesterday talking about the pH of your stomach, okay? And that should be more acidic than a lion's stomach because your body was meant to eat steak. And you want a very, very acidic stomach. It's a furnace. It is going to break down food and mulch it to micro-sized amino acids. You need that. You need to break your protein down in your stomach. You want to mulch that food down big time. That's why you want a very acidic stomach. So what does food do to that? Well, in the short term, nothing. Okay? What do I mean by that? Well, you can have, let's say you go and you buy a water machine. Don't do it, but if you did, and it tells you, well, you're getting alkaline water. Do I love water? You bet your boots I love water. Okay? I love water. Vitamin W. But your stomach, when you go down the chart, okay, remember, 7 is neutral. Water's neutral, by the way. Unless it has a few minerals in it, it'll be slightly above 7. Okay? And It's 14, crazy alkaline, and 1 to 14. That, you learn that in your pH chart. Okay, hydrogen ions. The stomach should be between 1.5 and 3. Better to be even more acidic in that 1.5 region. Now, here's the point. When you talk about 1.5 compared to 7, for example, like, guys, this is 1,000,000 times more acidic, 10 million times more acidic than 7. Okay? So if you think by eating kale, if you think by eating like a rabbit, in the short term is going to affect the pH in your stomach, it doesn't do that at all. You drink water. I want to lower the acidity in my stomach. So therefore, I am going to get alkaline water. A pH of 9. I've seen water with a pH of 10. You know what that's going to do to your stomach? Nothing. You're not changing the pH of your stomach in a day or whatever. Okay? And will it affect your blood? We talked about that already. By having an alkaline diet, will that affect your blood? The life of the flesh is in the blood. Will that affect it? Not even a bit. So when they tell you don't eat meat, don't listen. Because as a matter of fact, your stomach was made for meat. It was made for meat. That's why you have a pH more acidic than a lion. What do you think that was made for? Steak. Sun, steak, and steel. Steak. Okay? Got that? So the stomach, and then we talked about that yesterday. One of the things I didn't mention is, I mentioned it, but I didn't make a second point about it. One of the things that affects the stomach pH to make you more acidic is actually a bacteria, lactobacillus. Okay? It actually helps your stomach to be more acidic. It's on your side. It's a friendly bacteria. Okay? Found in your gut. What happens when you take an antibiotic and you wipe that bacteria out, kills it? Oh, you don't make as acidic a stomach. You see, antibiotics, the greatest discovery of the 20th century, have become the curse of the 21st because of unintended consequences. When doctors give you an antibiotic, they're not thinking down the road at all. They just want you to get rid of an infection. Okay, I get it. But when you kill that lactobacillus, you're affecting not only your gut, but you're affecting your stomach. It's not going to be as acidic, and you want your stomach to be very, very, very acidic. This is one of the factors. It's one of the factors, by the way, in even SIBO or SIFO, small intestine fungal overgrowth. You kill your good bacteria. That affects the pH of your stomach. The other thing that affects the pH of the stomach, when you don't eat meat and you're a carboholic and you love sugar, that makes the pH of your stomach go up. And you don't want that. Okay? You don't want your stomach to be more alkaline. You want because it'll kill. If you got a bacteria coming in this way, C. difficile or whatever, your stomach acidity is on your side. It destroys bad guys. Like H. pylori. Okay? So understand that. That's a review. Now, I am going to show you, hold on here. Okay, for those folks on a podcast, now I'm going to show the kidneys. Okay? Because we're going to talk about, okay, these are the kidneys. Got it? Kidneys. See these two guys here? Those are your kidneys. Okay? Now, those kidneys affect your pH of your urine. Your kidneys are the main guys that affect the pH. They help tightly regulate your blood pH. So when your kidneys are closing down, or you got advanced kidney disease, that can affect your blood's pH. Okay? Now, the urine pH. Let's look at this, okay? So I have chem strips here, okay? See them? Okay. See that? These are chem strips. This is a little strip you can get, okay? You can do the urine pH with these strips, and you can do, there's 10 other readings here, okay? One of them is the pH of your urine. Let me give you a few things that are important about pH of the urine, okay? So, when I was in practice, I wanted people to give me a first morning urine. If they got up at 4 a.m. to have a pee, I wanted that urine. Okay? I didn't want urine after you ate or drank water. Okay? Now remember, your kidneys, Niagara Falls. Your kidneys are a big filter. Okay? And so, first thing in the morning, your urine should be very acidic. Okay? Very acidic, around 5. Imagine, now think about this for a second. Remember what I said about pH? Your stomach, 1.5. Okay? Think about that. You think, so when I say very acidic urine, it's not near as acidic as your stomach pH. Urine pH in the morning should be first thing in the morning. If you get a pH strip, you should be very acidic. Before you had any water, before you had your coffee or whatever, your urine should be acidic. The more acidic it is, the more you're detoxing. Think about that at night. You're in bed. Your body's waste management system is working, right? Your lymphatic system. Your glymphatic system, your brain. It's detoxing. The night shift is there. You're sleeping, but the night shift is working. The body detoxes. The liver, the kidneys, the brain, the lymphatics, waste. Okay? They work the night shift. So in the morning, before you had any water or anything else, and you should drink water in the morning, your urine pH should be very acidic. What if it isn't? You're not detoxing. Okay? You're not detoxing. And whenever I saw a base or an alkaline urine, first thing in the morning though, remember, it doesn't, after you eat, don't count no more. Okay, urine pH. If someone ate, I go, yeah, I don't even want to see your urine pH. It's not telling me anything. Okay? Now, there's other things I was looking for, and I'll talk about this in a minute in your urine. But the pH I wasn't interested in during the day, because once you eat and even drink water, it will affect your pH of your urine. So, if I eat a lot of meat, I'm going to have an acidic urine. Maybe a little bit. But who cares? Your urine is out of your body. True or false? It's out. Not in, it's out. Your kidneys are the biggest part of this. Your kidneys regulate the blood pH. The blood pH. So and that's why I'm constantly telling you folks to drink. Here's what I want you to drink the rest of your life. Water. Okay? You can put a little bit of salt. Okay? I like that. I like electrolytes. I really do. And that's why I like spring water the best, because it just naturally has electrolytes in it. The water I don't like is distilled water. Don't do that. Don't drink distilled water. Okay? You want to drink spring water. You got a well? Drink that water. Okay? Now listen. So understand the pH of the urine. If your urine after you've eaten is still very, very acidic, okay, very acidic, like around 5 or whatever, okay, it's possible that you're dehydrated. But I never read too much into it. Okay, so if you're going to take your pH of your urine, the only significance is if you really take it before your first morning urine. Now, there's other things in the urine besides pH. Okay? Besides pH. And one other thing, if your urine, for some people, if it's too acidic during the day, you might take some potassium to alkalize that. And that is only, those are where patients that form kidney stones. Okay, sometimes I would get them on potassium. Now, okay, let's talk about the other things that you see in urine, because I do like urine testing. I was very big on it in my office. Okay? And if you have these, what they call chem strips, okay, these are chem strips. And they had 10 different readings. Okay, so let me go over a couple just to show you what's important. So when you get blood work done, a lot of times they'll do urine. Okay, and if you it wasn't first morning urine, okay, before you had any water or whatever, dismiss the pH. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so pH of urine, first thing in the morning, before you had any water, and make sure you have water, and make sure, what do I want you to drink? Water and coffee. Okay, you can have a tea. But tea's got oxalates. Okay? If you have a tendency to form kidney stones, whatever, don't drink tea, drink coffee. Coffee is good to help to you even flush out uric acid for people with gout. Okay? Got that? Okay. Now, what were we looking for in urine besides the pH of the urine? Okay? First thing in the morning, very acidic, you're detoxing. I used to tell my patients, well, you got a pretty good detox system because your urine is very acidic. Your first morning urine was very acidic. Good for you. That's what you're aiming for. Leukocytes, okay? Now, often physicians, and they make a big mistake on this, without any symptoms, will put a patient on antibiotics because when they did the urine sample, they saw leukocytes, white blood cells. Okay? And I always caution patients, and even on my radio show, for years and years, caution them, don't take an antibiotic because you got leukocytes in your urine. Do you have pain? No. Are you like this? Every time you go to the, and ladies, this was mostly for you, you're burning severe? No. Well, then what are you taking an antibiotic for? Don't do that because now you're just killing your good guys. And doctors, they give antibiotics like they're candy. And now you got all these bacteria that got enormous resistance to antibiotics. We overuse them. And secondly, without pain, you don't need them. Take a probiotic. Leukocytes are white blood cells. Okay. You might have a little low-grade infection. And so what? It's not bothering you. Take probiotics. And it could be yeast. Okay. Nitrites, same thing. Okay. The presence of nitrites told me whether you have a urinary tract, a UTI. But again, without pain, treat it naturally. Drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Flush. Niagara Falls. Bladder too. Flush, flush, flush. Don't let urine sit for a long period of time. Protein in the urine. Oh, this really gets medicine. Generally. You're eating too much meat. You got protein in your urine. Protein must mean protein. No. It doesn't. Okay? No, it doesn't. You don't get protein in your urine when you're eating too much protein. You get protein in your urine when you're consuming too much sugar. And I used to tell those patients of mine that had protein in the urine, you're a carboholic. And they never saw me before. And they said, how do you know? I said, because I know. You and carbs, you love them, but they don't love you. And they're stressing your kidney. That's why you got protein in your urine. Cut it out. Don't cut out meat. Meat doesn't cause protein in the urine. Stop. It doesn't. Your kidneys get stressed by sugar and crappy carbs that turn to sugars rapidly. Okay? So protein in the urine is telling you whether you have kidney stress or not. And the kidneys get stressed by sugar, not by steak. Okay? They got the wrong S. Glucose, of course. That's a very, look, this was me. The best way to test for diabetes is not your blood, is the urine. And I used to tell patients, okay, you know what? You're on the Titanic. As a matter of fact, you've already hit the iceberg. And they'd look at me like I had two heads. What are you talking about? I said, well, I got your urine here, and you got sugar in your urine. Your body is smart. It knows that sugar is toxic, and it will send it into your urine before you even have high glucose levels in your blood. Your body's smart. You're trying to pee it out. One of the signs of diabetes, by the way, is polyuria. You know what that means? You go to the bathroom frequently. You're peeing out sugar. Polyuria. Your body's smart. Your body's intelligent. It knows it can't allow sugar to stay in the bloodstream. You pee it out. It used to be the way that doctors in the 1950s and the 1960s or whatever, that's how they diagnosed diabetes. It's an early sign. But because people don't get their urine tested very much, or they just check its pH, you can get a pH strip, and a lot of people do that, or you can get, we'll talk about this in a second, ketones. Okay, and they're interested in that to see if they're into ketosis. But they miss something that's really important on a chem strip, and that is sugar. Because if you got sugar in the urine, you're in deep doo-doo. Okay? You're in deep doo-doo. And I like that test. Ketones. That's when they're checking to see if they're into ketosis. Now, I had patients come in the office and I saw them with ketones. I said, are you on a ketogenic diet and you're not eating any carbs? No, I've been eating carbs. Well, then your urine's showing me some ketones. That's not good. That's not good. You're starting ketoacidosis. And you're already a diabetic. Did you know that? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. So ketones are good if you're eating a low-carb diet. You can check your ketones. Don't go crazy about that, by the way. Okay? Because I get a lot of people, Dr. Martin, how come I'm not into ketosis? Okay? As if it was the only thing that counted. You know, because of, the old Atkins diet and, now keto is everything. I'm not big on keto. You just eat low carb and you'll be fine. Okay? In the reset, you're probably going to go into ketosis. But don't live on that, because some people are so discouraged. I'm not into ketosis. I'm not, how come? And they live and die by the strip. They do. They live and die by the strip. I used to say, when you stop measuring it all the time, who cares? It's like blood sugar. Take it every 5 seconds. Who cares? People used to bring in their blood pressure, and they had a chart. They said, Doc, you want to read my chart? No. I'm not interested. No, but really, I don't want to read about 2 years of your blood pressure. I just took yours. Don't take it every 5 minutes. You're going to elevate your blood pressure just by taking it. A lot of people, they live on numbers. And that's the problem in medicine today. They live by numbers all the time. Drives me crazy. Okay? Don't do that. Okay, and then you got 2 liver tests, urobilinogen and bilirubin. Okay? You got that in your urine. You got liver stress. Could be fatty liver. Could be, the start of cirrhosis or whatever. I mean, whenever I saw those things, I used to watch that very closely. And then, of course, blood in the urine. If I saw blood in the urine, that could be a kidney stone forming. It could be, a UTI. I used to look for that kind of thing. Okay. So the urine pH, first thing in the morning. If you do have strips, take it in the morning before you eat or before you drink. Got the memo? Okay. Now what's tomorrow? Question and answer Friday. Okay? Question and answer Friday. Send your questions in. Guys, have I told you lately how much I loved you? I haven't? Well, I do. Talk to you soon.